Good morning, Tbirds fans. Don Armio and Nate Christensen coming up behind me for the fourth and last matchup on the weekend, where your Thunderbirds will be facing off against number 9 Chicago Mission. The clock operator is raring and ready to go, getting this thing started a little early this morning. This is the first game of the day.
I'm going to be honest, Don, I just looked up and I was not ready for the uniforms that they're wearing. Chicago Mission donating high school green here really stands out. Tbirds back in the all blacks, which we love. As you mentioned, excited for this one today. Early morning here in Minnesota. Really early for me, but big test here for the Tbirds. Coming off of a huge overtime win yesterday versus number 22 Indiana, but tall task today with Chicago Mission in here, number 9 ranked in the country.
Number 9, and you said it. Chicago Mission comes in currently ranked number 9 in the country. They've got one loss so far on the weekend, followed by 2 wins. And we'll be looking to add to our tally. As my hockey rankings works, they are 4.77 points ahead of us, which means every time we play them, they should beat us by around 5 goals. We'll be looking to keep it inside of that. And, hey, like I said yesterday, there is no mountain too tall to climb. Let's go climb it.
Not at all, Don. The boys played yesterday. I'd say arguably best game of the season, best second period we've seen all year, and put almost a complete game together yesterday. It was fun to watch them do that. I think super strong defensively yesterday, took care of the puck, stayed within their assignments for most of the game versus a pretty strong team, and love to see that continue that today.
And I would say, but for the beginning of that third period, where we just didn't quite make that transition from the slow ice to the fast ice, we put 3 pretty solid periods of hockey together. Now let's go do the same thing and finish on a high note.
We got a great looking sheet of ice here this morning. Glad we're not back on the rink 2 next door, which looked like an outdoor pond that has been just skated on for the last week with nothing to clean that up. But this looks like a great sheet. Should be a fast game.
This looks like, well, this has been the rink that most of the older boys have been playing on, and that must mean this ice has a tendency to hold together a little better. That's all we're asking for, but at the same time, it's a game of fundamentals.
Morning, Ricky. Totally agreed on fundamentals. Got to take care of the puck. Got to stay within your assignments. Don't try to do too much. Move the puck across the ice in the offensive zone. Had a couple great opportunities yesterday. Obviously, cash in on 3 of them, but love to see us close the door on a few more here today.
And today, honestly, is going to be a day where we are not going to want to pass up getting pucks on net. Let's not get too fancy, too creative. Let's play hockey the good old-fashioned way, get pucks to hard areas, pucks on net, and get to net front.
Yeah, I agree there. I'm agreeing with everything you're saying this morning, Don. But got to get the pucks on the net. I think they've done that over the last 2 games, actually all weekend. Outshot every team they've played so far. Love to see that continue today, but on the same tone, they got to get those shots off early, especially get that out to the blue line, get those off early. A lot of block shots were given up there, so we'd love to get quick into space and then just let it rip.
Just over a minute left here in the warm-ups. Thanks to your commitment for those near and far tuning in. This is an early one, especially on Mountain Time. 7 a.m. puck drop. We'll have your starting lineups coming to you here in just a moment. Here we go. We're going to give you a countdown this morning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there's your buzzer.
Boys looking primed, ready to go here. Big 3-1 back in net again today. Good long weekend for him, going 2-1 so far. Skating it around, getting to his normal setup spot pregame. A couple big boys over here on the Chicago Mission side of things.
17 minutes is going to go up on the clock. Here we go, boys. It looks like coming to the ice, we're going to have Jack and Blake starting on the backside. Up front, we're going to have Miller, Trevor, and Dylan. Hunter, not the hunted, is in net. Be tall, be square, and be that brick house. As I like to say to most of our goalies, it's a brick house.
Expect him to see quite a few looks today. Love to see him stay strong in there. Let's finish this weekend strong, Don.
Refs are ready already. Talking about fair face-offs. There we go. Puck is down. Mission comes out with it. They send it up. Miss the up. Blake's going to pick that up. Blake just rips it up and out. Off the board now. That's going to be on net. Goalie's going to play that. The outside, we're in on the forecheck. Miller Dillon looking down here in the corner. Kind of hard to see in the corner. Miller off the seam. Turn shot fire, saved out to the corner. Dillon's right there, picks it up, loses it off the stick, slides it through. Miller's off for a change, and Landon's on. Mission has zone entry. Good stick by Blake. Jack there trying to send it up the boards. Mission pokes it down through. Landon has it. Tried to slide it up to Trev. Trev's trying to get there, just missed. Jack slides it up. Mission picks it right back up, tries to slide it through. Blake's back behind the net. Refs almost impeded play there. Puck up the outside. Trevor has it, slides it to Landon. Parker's on. Landon's got zone entry. Parker going to the net. Backhand shot off the side of the net. As Connor turn shot, fire, saved and frozen. That'll be an offensive zone face-off. Hey, really good way to start right now.
Wi-Fi's not working. Is there some way to
You have a link you can send them?
You can go out and try to search it. Puck's down.
Yeah.
Landon wins the puck back to Parker. Parker zone out of it. Daschel turns, fires it back in. Landon's on his horse to go back in and try and apply pressure. Irvin on the forecheck. Puck up the half boards. Irvin off the seam. Walking back to Landon. Landon with a move. Shot block. Mission picks it up. They have zone exit. Daschel with the good stick. Defending his guy to the corner. Mission has it out of the corner. Sends it high. Mission back off the slot. They have the over. Turn shot fire. Good save by Hunter out to the opposite half. Dash chips it up high, but not out. Irvin's able to chip the puck out to Mission, regrouping in the neutral zone. Mission has the zone entry. They're looking to turn out of it. Slides it through to Hunter. Hunter opts to freeze it just off the net. And tell her it's Colorado Thunderbirds 2010.
It's Colorado Thunderbirds 2000.
YouTube. Kellen, Linden, Garrett on with, looks like Mark and Jackson. Mark whistles the puck back behind the net. Mission has it. Mark tried to come through. Mission has it, trying to slide it through, but we're doing a good job with sticks. Puck slid through, and Mark saves it out to the corner. Puck out of the corner. Sorry for the obstruction here. Puck sent up the outside. Mission regrouping in the defensive zone. They send it up and out, but we're here trying to hold down the boards with Sammy, Kellen, Linden. Puck out. Jackson turns, chips it in. Mission back on retrieval. Mission has the back of the net and then sends it to the opposite side. They're looking for guys streaking. We're doing a good job sticking with them right now. Good job by Mark. Mark has around one, turns, dumps it in deep as we're looking for changes. Burnsy in on the forecheck, and he's been good this weekend.
Great all weekend.
Keaton now on. Puck comes in, Landon down back on. Landon has it back behind the net to Blake. Blake right up the middle, just missed Jack coming through. That's a late icing call, but it was an icing. So we'll set up a defensive zone face-off.
Good back and forth action here as these two teams start to get a little feel for each other, but this game is quick so far, Don, from what we've seen.
Landon, Parker, Irvin on with Jack and Blake. Puck thrown on net, somehow down the top corner. Mission goes up 1-0 early in this contest.
A little bit of a seeing eye puck there. Came out of kind of the corner, shot straight at the net off the boards. Not sure if 3-1 was ready for that one to come in, and picked up the top left corner there for first goal for Chicago Mission. Quick little wrister there, just straight off the boards, Dom.
Same five guys step in. Puck is down. Parker got tied up. Mission picked it up. That was offside, and they got it. That'll be a neutral zone face-off. It's kind of been a back-and-forth game, so you hate to see that little heartbreaker this early in the contest.
I totally agree.
Landon steps in for the draw. One down. Parker punches it forward. They're going to call that an icing. It was. Defensive zone face-off. Puck's down. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Parker's got it. Jack has it now. Zone entry. Turns and fires it in the Mission from back behind the net. Puck up and out and down, and that's going to be an icing call. Setting up an offensive zone face-off.
Time of the goal, 3-16.
Get settled back in here.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're great, Dom. Get settled back in here after giving up. Would love to look back at the tape, see what happened on that one, but let's see if we can settle into the offensive zone here.
Miller, Trevor, Dylan, Dashel, and Connor. Puck one back to Connor. Connor's walking the boards on net. Saved and frozen. Be another offensive zone face-off. A little bit, but puck's down. Miller has it. Miller looking for space, sends it up high and out of the zone. Connor's going to be forced to go back and retrieve at 200 feet. Again, so far this ice has been nice. Mission bumps it up the wall. Connor with the good stick has puck cleared. Connor's taking some time and space. Offside. You got to get those pucks across the line here.
Hard for the T-Birds getting a rhythm here. A little bit back and forth, offsides, icings on both sides of things. Let's see this game settle in and play some good, clean hockey.
Miller in for the face-off. Trevor turns, fires it in. We're going in on the forecheck. Dylan's going to be F1. Gashel steps to short. Mission picks it up on the hash. They're trying to come up and out. Miller doing a good job. Good job back checking all the way through. Puck. Oh, my. Puck's in on net. Found the 5-hole.
Mission going to take a 2-0 lead there on two soft ones there. That one came to the net and just got right between the 5-hole. Not sure on that one, but tough start there for Tbirds.
Wholesale changes. Jackson and Mark on the backside. We've got Sammy, Kellen, and Linden on up front. Mark's down. Sammy gets it. Jackson turns, flips it up and in. Forechecks on with Kellen and Burns. Mission reverses the backside of the net. They're up the outside with speed. Jackson keeping his guy to the outside. Puck's hits the front. Mark has it to the opposite hash. Sammy bumps it up the boards. Mission holds currently. Still in feet. Mission still holds. Tried to slide it through and it's sent up and out by Kell. Mission back on retrieval in the defensive zone. They have the over. Bringing it right up the gut. They're going to get zone entry here. They get held up. Mark defending back here in the corner. Kellen comes in to support. Kellen looking for space. Got it bumped off his stick. Jackson picks it up. Jackson cross-eyes pass to Linden. Pumps it in. But Mission gets it right back, sends it up and out and down. They wave off icing. Connor Hilly now on the backside. Connor Hilly up to Mark. Mark gets stick check, turnover on the blue line. Liam comes through, has zone exit. Is able to chip it up and in and keeps on his horse with Miller at center. Mission misses the cross-ice pass, but they have the line. They have now zone entry with Blake on the backside with Connor on net. Saved out to the back of the net. Blake back there in a 2-on-1. Connor Hilly comes through, tried to bump it up to Liam. Liam and Miller on the boards. Puck comes out, and we're looking for some changes. Mission regrouping in the defensive zone. Parker and Irvin now on with Landon. Mission leaves it high. They have the over, miss it, but pick it right back up. Send it down in the corner. Back up to the hash, back behind the net. They look to go high to low. Look for a give and go to the front of the net, either from the corner. Oh, low slot, turn shot, fire out front. We're able to get that puck cleared. Connor makes a square save. Puck out to the corner. Mission picks it up. They bump it up to the hash. We're chasing a little bit. Puck is up and out on its own merit. Puck going on the forecheck. Mission playing back from behind the net. Bump it up the opposite side of the ice, and now Connor's on. Parker has it. Turn shot fire got blocked. Picks it right back up. Sends it back behind the net, and Landon's trying to apply some pressure. Puck up the half boards. Connor shorts his own. Mission pokes it high. Blake has it. Blake turn shot fired. Saved out to the corner. Blake gets angled off. Mission up the half boards. They come right up the middle off Dylan Penny's stick. Castle now on the ice. Landon turns, gets the puck in deep. Trevor on. Mission has zone entry offside. That'll be a neutral zone faceoff right here in front of us. Allow us to finish some changes. We really got to watch our shift changes and make sure we're keeping them short and fast, because that's what Mission's doing. Can't afford to have tired guys on the ice, yeah? Dash Connor, sorry. Puck's down. Mission comes out with it. Good stick by Trev. Mission gets it right back. Connor steps to intercept it, turns, dumps it in deep. They're going to call icing. No benefit there. This guy is not good. We saw him yesterday. He has struggle moving in and out of position. It's a good thing that we have
2 others.
4.
3.
Same 5 guys are going to step in here. Mission wins it up high. Turn shot fired. Misses. Comes all the way high. Mission's able to currently hold the zone. Miller comes through. Has Dylan. Dylan to Trev. Trev has zone entry. Trev working to the outside. Trev cycles it down to Dylan. Trevor has it. Trevor tries to send it back down in, but Mission has it. Mission stretching. Daschel turns, dumps it in. Mission from back behind their net. Dylan on the forecheck. Mission misses the up pass. Good stick and step by Kel. Kel's got it in on his own. Got angled off, and Sam's on now, applying some pressure. Kellen out of the corner. Kellen turns out, has Sam. Sam looking for space. Slides it up to Jackson. Jackson turns shot fire. Saved up and out of play. That'll be an offensive zone face-off. Good little cycle there.
Great little cycle there, Don. Couple last shifts here. Tbirds putting on some good pressure here. Love getting back in this game down 2-0 early. 8:08 to go in the first period.
Jackson Mark on the backside. Kellen, Sammy, and Linden on up front. Kellen in for the draw. Puck's down. Mission has it. They send it across. They're looking to get everything in with speed. They have the lawn. Good job by Mark England. This guy off. Jackson comes back. Mission has the puck high. Send it down. Mark has it. Mark splits. He's going to have his own entry. Got angled off and turned the puck over. And Mission has the cross pass and miss, but lands right back on their stick. They've got some speed to the outside. Good job by Jackson angling this guy off. Kellen down there. Elk Jackson comes out with it. Jackson was looking for a bump pass to Sam. Just missed. Mission sends a cross ice pass. Mark has it off the skate. Mark's able to chip it up and deep. Gets his lunch served to him, and he's coming off for a change. Blake and Jack on the backside. Puck gets chipped up and out of play. Where are they going to put that in the offensive zone?
Mission doing a great job so far neutralizing us coming through with some speed in the neutral zone here, but
Landon, Irvin, Parker on up front. Jack and Blake on the backside. Landon will step in, swing it back to Blake, rip it. Mission wins it back. Send it right across the middle and send it up the middle. They're going to have zone entry. Good job by Jack, angling his guy off. Blake bodies this guy, and Parker has it back behind the net, bumps it off the half-course for Irv. Irv's able to bump it out. Mission sends it right back up and in on goalie. That could have been an intentional offside. Pucks in over to Blake. Blake bumps it up the half-course, has Parker. Parker, the outside, gets the line, turns and dumps it in deep. Goalie comes out to play it. Landon was applying pressure. Jack steps to short. Mission's able to chip it up and out, and Blake's got it here in the defensive zone. Blake carries in, turns it over. Parker picks it up, turns shot fire off the noggin to the corner. Goalie ducked there. That almost found the back of the net. Landon turn shot fire, whistles all the way through. Blake turn shot fire, gets stick blocked to the corner. Landon from back behind the net had Irvin for a 1-T, just missed right up the front. We have a 3-on-2 developing. Turn shot deflected wide, and Parker is there, is able to chip it up and out. We've got changes going on. Daschel and Connor on the backside. Landon has a turn fired off the skate, slid all the way through. Mission looking to come out. We're able to shut him down. Irvin turns, fires it in, and Dylan's in. Daschel off the hash. Daschel got angled off back in the corners. We're looking to finish some changes. Trevor and Miller. Puck bounces over Miller's stick, who's coming. Connor picks it up. Connor lost it off his stick, found the line, got it in the zone. Everybody is sitting there. Miller turns shot, fired, blocked. Mission picks it right back up, and they're out of the zone. Good stick by Dash. Comes in the corner. Miller's there with speed. Connor has it. Connor got stick help. Couldn't get it up to Trev. Daschel bumps it up to the half-boards. Picks it back up. Daschel got taken down. That's going to be a power play for your Thunderbirds. Good draw there. Let's go. Let's go. Another one. Thunderbirds are going to be going on the power play. It's time to go get one back right here, right now.
I agree, Don. As you've seen early, good pressure there. A couple opportunities there by the Tbirds up front. That one kind of came through and looked like the Mission goalie off guard a little bit, but a couple great looks there by the Tbirds. About to go on the power play here, see if we can generate some, get back in this game.
Let's go sling it, find the pearly white string. We've got Daschel and Connor on the backside. Up front, we have Parker, Irvin, and Landon. Bucks into the half boards, bumped up to Dash. Dash slides it over to Connor. Connor has a big lane, way to take it. Oh, good spot. Goalie just made a glove save. That's kind of how you draw it up. Take what they give you, and we did. Goalie's having some kind of conversation with the official. I'm not sure about what.
Parker in there grinding in the crease there. Wondering if he's having a little conversation about that, but good glove save there by Chicago goalie.
Well, Parker will go on that crease for sure. Landon steps back in. Oh, bad bounce. Ref dropped that right off the skate. Mission has zone entry. We're able to defend that. Daschel put back behind the net. Daschel has Connor. Connor gets around one, has Parker. Parker leaves it for Landon. Landon looking for time and space, has Daschel. Daschel has a seam, had Irv. Oh, Lord, we got to get that shot off faster. Irv had a gap, and that goalie closed it down. We just couldn't get it off our stick fast enough. Good slinging.
Great look there for Irv. As you said, just get that off a hair quicker there. But Chicago goalie did a great job going crease to crease, coming across, making that save.
Creates some good scoring chances. Let's go capitalize right here. Landon back in for the draw. Mission's able to clear it up and out and down. No ice. Daschel over to Connor. Let's get this thing set up with speed. Connor back behind the net. Has Daschel to the outside. We're going to get zone entry here. Daschel lost it. Mission's able to clear it. Landon's going to pick this back up. Landon creates some space. Does. He got hooked from behind. Allows Mission to send it right back up and in, so we're looking for changes now. Miller on. Landon from back behind the net has the outside. Ref impeded play. That's the guy that can't move. He's got to get out of the way. Landon's going to have zone entry. Drive shot, easy save out to the corner. Mission working off the boards. Trevor's there. Trevor, turn shot fire, got deflected just wide by Miller. Landon sends it down to Trev. Trev working back behind the net. Trev getting mugged from behind. That's going to be another power play for your Thunderbirds. With that power play getting ready to expire, we're going to go back on another 2 minutes. We'll have a 5-on-3 for about a second. We're going to have to watch our backs with the guy coming out of the box on the backside.
100% there, Don. Right as it was about to expire, they're going back on the penalty or power play here. So, Tbirds, a couple great chances there. Love to see him settle in here with another 2 minutes to go on the power play. Door already open. Not sure
Miller,
that's legal. Yep.
Yeah, you can't do that. You got to open it on the puck drop. Now he's out. Pucked up high. Blake's got it. Blake drops it down to Miller. Miller working off the hash. Miller had Trev. Just missed that pass on the backside. Trev was wide open. Puck comes up. Blake turns shot. Fire. Dylan got big time cross check in front of the net. Sent to the ice. Miller comes out with it. Hasn't seen. Tried to find Trevor. Can't. Mission intercepted it. Is able to clear it up and out. Blake pumps it over to Mark. Mark has the back of the net. He's looking to come up with speed. He gets it in. Oh, tried to get it to net front. Mark from back behind the net. Oh, had Dylan in the slot. Shot blocked. Puck sent up and out. Irvin's now on. Blake from back behind the net. Mark comes off. Dashel's on with Blake. Blake looking for the outside. Pokes it in deep. Got stood up. Blake and Irvin going there. Mission tried to clear it. Is able to. Puck's coming up and out. Dashel back on retrieval. Whoa. Buddy. Stay in your legs. Mission picks it up back behind the net. Blake has it. Blake bumps it up to Parker. Parker gets knee. No call. That's a knee. Dashel in on the hash in the corner. Dashel bumps it up to Landon. Landon around one, slides it through to Irvin. Irvin turn shot fired. No idea where it is. Dashel holds his own, bumps it down to Landon. Landon was trying to bump it through. Mission with a good stick. Connor back on retrieval. Connor bumps it to Irvin. We got to get those in deep. We turn it over to Mission. Mission's got a 2-on-1 developing. Net's off. We got to get those pucks in deep. We cannot turn those pucks over high, especially on the power play.
I agree there, Don. A couple great opportunities there on the power play, though, but we've seen the seeing eye pucks find their way into the back of the net there, but a couple shots from the point either blocked or just got deflected up in front of the net. But 38 seconds here to go in the first period, but shots 10-8 in favor of the Tbirds.
Mission wins it. Turn shot fired, deflected down. Puck's loose. Hunter without a stick in the crease. We've got to get sticks back. Mission with the over. Hunter's able to retrieve stick. Goes back high. Turn back to the slot. Lost the stick again. I'm not sure what's going on there. We need to find some Velcro. Puck sent up and out, and Mission has it right back in. Good stick by Kell, who was covering. Jackson back now. Jackson has the back of the net. Up and out. Linden in pursuit. That's going to do it for your first period. Come back. Still facing a 0-2 deficit.
Colorado Tbirds.
Overall, Don, pretty good first period for the Tbirds. I would argue this should be a 0-0 game after one, but two seeing eye pucks, one came in from the boards, and then one snuck in 5-hole there. But Tbirds down 2-0.
And that's the way I see it, Nate. But the scoreboard says what it says, so we've got to stay in this game. Again, making a few mistakes, and against these guys, no doubt, we got to make sure we're getting pucks deep. Because they are quick out of the zone, and if we let them out of the zone, higher in the zone, that's when it's causing some trouble for us. They're able to get behind us, create some odd man rushes.
Pretty simple game there from the Chicago Mission. As you said, they are quick out of the zone there. We get the puck, we got to drive it in deep, get that forecheck going, start to get on them there and apply a little bit of pressure. They are quick, easy out exits, turning this thing the other way. So a little sustained pressure on the 5-on-5 side of things would do the Tbirds some good.
Looks like coming to the ice, start this second period, we're going to have Miller, Dylan, Trevor, Jack, and Blake on the backside. Reset, reframe, and let's go. Miller in. Mission wins it back, regrouping in their defensive zone. They have the over. Send a cross pass with the up. Back across the opposite side of the ice. Jack defending to the outside. Good job with the body. Allows us to come through. Puck sent in. That's a delayed offside. Blake was trying to flip it up. Didn't get all of it. Trevor now picks it up. We're going to have zone entry. He's got Miller going. Tried to get it on net, and Mission with a good stick. Dylan's here. Mission off the hash, slides it right through to the high slot. They have zone exit, but we stick right with it. Puck comes back to Blake. Blake was looking for Dylan. Again, had it come off his stick. Looks like we need to get into our legs just a little bit. We're missing pucks. Just looks to me like we're not entirely loaded in our legs. Mission right up the middle, got behind us. Come on, big guy.
Chicago able to generate a odd man rush there, coming through the neutral zone off a turnover there, and came in and just buried that one high blocker. Good shot there by Chicago Mission. (3-0) here. 16 minutes left to go in the second period. Got to settle in, Don. As you said, a couple of pucks just not bouncing. Get back to that tape-to-tape speed we had going yesterday.
Feels like they're just playing a little tight. Let's play with some confidence. We know we can play with anybody in the country. Landon, Parker, Irvin, Dash O'Connor. Mission to the outside, puck saved. Irvin clears it to the opposite side. Funky bounce off the back of the, again. Puck comes up the hash. Mission's able to hold it. Shot set. Irvin blocks it off the shin pad. Puck comes out front. And the net completely comes off his hinges, builds a house over Hunter. Hunter ducks for cover. And I'll have to go back and look at the replay. Hopefully he is okay. That's a lot of force coming down. I'm hoping it didn't hit him in the back of the head.
Don, I missed that one. I was looking down, resetting myself as a goalie parent. Turn around and the net's sitting on top of him. So, never seen that one before.
I've never seen it either. Hunter looks like he's okay. No worse for the wear. Same 5 guys step in for the draw. Landon in. Puck's down. Parker came through with it. Parker came through with it. Lost it. Mission gets it. Turns, fires. Back of the net. 4-0 deficit.
Right off the face-off there. Got that one loose and buried it in the back of the net. 4-0 Chicago.
Wholesale changes. Jackson, Mark, Linden, Kellen, Garrett. Puck down. Mission has it. Regrouping in the defensive zone.
Chicago Mission goals scored by
Send it back over.
Landon Irish.
Cross pass.
45 to Nicholson. Time to go, 1:21.
5-0 here,
Zone
Chicago.
entry. Odd man rush. Turn shot, fire back to the net.
Speechless, Don. Not a lot to say here.
Wholesale changes made. Sam, Liam, Keaton, Connor, Blake. This is probably a pretty good time for a timeout, in my opinion, but I'm not on the bench. Coaches really are going to have to be working their butts off to coach these boys up to take this one shift at a time. Blake has it, turns, fires it in to the back of the net.
Number 18, Andrew Chang. Assist
Blake holds the line.
Dean Jacobs. And number 19,
Tried to send it to the front of the net, lost it.
140.
Mission reverses the side of the net. Blake steps to hold. Comes right back out to Liam, dumps it in deep. Keeping applying pressure back behind the net. Little bump pass. Sam with an initial good angle. And we're able to chip it up. Comes right back in, right back out. Sam in. Is able to get it in deep. Trevor now, puck comes out front. Trevor turns shot, fires out, blocked, up and over the net. Liam takes his guy out behind the net. Trevor's working there. Liam comes through with it. And Liam has Miller. Miller was looking for a shot, just got stick deflected. Miller off the skate. Connor Hilly steps. Puck comes right out. Mission has the outside. Blake recovers. Trevor gets it, sends it up and in. Dylan's on his horse to go apply some pressure. Mission just rips it. Gas on Connor on the backside. Shot saved by Mission. Puck sending up the hash. Mission clears it up and out down. That'll be an icing. We'll stay right here for offensive zone faceoff.
Good response there from the bench from the Tbirds coming out. Great shift there. Created a couple opportunities. Couldn't put one back in there, but down 5-0. Great energy there coming off of the bench on a good shift.
That's what we're going to need to start climbing back into this thing. Again, one shift at a time. Touchdown, one up to Connor. Connor over the dash 1T, gets saved out to the corner. Miller's working out of the corner. Miller got stick check. Dylan has it. Daschel walks. Daschel turn shot fired. Well, screened by Trev in front. Lake pad save out to the corner. Dylan again gets it. Dylan tried to get it up to Daschel. Went off Mission, up and out. They wave it. It touched Mission. That should have been an icing. Mission up high, has the over. Sends it back down into the corner. Sammy, Keaton, Dylan on. Puck comes out front. Connor picks it up. Connor has zone exit. He's going to have zone entry. Leaves it for Dylan. Dylan to Sammy. Sammy shot. Stick deflected. Connor's deep. Mission up the outside. Sends it up and out and down. That'll be an icing. We'll leave it right here because that will be an offensive zone faceoff. Ice is tilted a little bit here. We need to keep coming fast and furious.
I agree, Don. As we said, good energy coming off the bench. A couple of great shifts there, tilting that ice back in favor of the Tbirds.
Wholesale changes. Mark and Jackson on the backside. Up front, we have Parker, Landon, and Irvin. Landon steps in for the draw. Landon pokes it. He's getting help. Irvin, Parker working there. Irvin has a seam. Irvin turns shot fire, misses the net short. Jackson's going to step the hold. Jackson backhands it right to a Mission body. Puck comes out of the zone. Mark's able to get there. Mark off the half courts. As Irvin trying to bump it ahead against 4 Mission guys. Mission comes out with it, slides it over. Mission has zone entry with all kinds of guys going to the backside. No chance. 3-on-0 to the net because we keep letting them behind us, and that is tough on a goalie.
Tough one there, and obviously 31 not having his best game, but as you mentioned, that was a great little sauce pass coming from the side, and 1T into the back of the net. 6-0 Chicago.
Kellen, Linden, Garrett, Jack, and Blake. Mission comes out with it. Mission has zone entry. That was offside, no call. Blake off the half boards. Mission holds his own. Again, had a guy going right to center ice. Jack bumps it up to the Garrett. Garrett slides it to Kellen. Kellen sends it into the far corner. He's going in and trying to fly pressure. Ties his guy up. Mission trying to clear it.
Time of the goal. 4:45.
They're going to give Kellen a penalty, it looks like. We need that. I'm not sure what happened down here in the corner, but we don't need to give Mission any more advantages right now.
Looks like they both got tangled up there in the corner. We're going to have matching here, Doc.
Excellent. Excellent. They got something right because I know what I saw. That's the way it should have been.
Yeah, it looks like they just got tangled up in the corner. A couple of cross checks, a couple holes there. Still skating 5-on-5.
Miller, Trevor, Dylan, Blake, and Jack. Mission wins it, sends it cross ice past Jackson. Trevor turns and runs. Mission working out of the corner. Again, they come out of the corner and look for those cross passes, and we have another 2-on-1. Stick by Blake was able to deflect that up and out of play.
And a 2-minute minor for Russell.
We got to watch that offside defensive side and make sure we're rolling back to an offensive guy on the backside to prevent those odd-man rushes. We're not on the right side of most of those so far. Seen 5 guys. Puck's one back. Blake turns, rips it up the opposite side. Puck is sent out of the zone. Mission has it. Dealing with a good stick on the forecheck, loses the stick momentarily, and Mission picks it up. There's that cross pass right up the middle, back to the outside. Zone entry right up the middle, turn with a guy going to the net. Good save by Hunter. Puck comes out front. Sam has it, chips it up and out. Puck sent right back in by Mission. They have it high, it's right on net. Nobody on that guy right out in front. We chip it up and through. Keaton's on his horse. Come on, Keaton. Oh, good drive move by Keaton. Goalie made a good save on that short side. Mission up the outside, sends it in. They wave off icing. They called one on us earlier. Gassel from back behind the net. Gassel bumps it up. Mission sends it high. Turn, shot deflected to the corner. Blake defending there. Sam coming. Keaton and Liam now. Puck sent to the net front. Blake blocks it. Blake working off the corner. Sam comes through, has Dassel. Dassel had Liam right up the middle, just couldn't quite connect. That's going to go all the way down for an icing. He's setting up a defensive zone face-off. Finish some changes on the offensive side with Trevor, Dylan, Miller, Dassel, and Connor on the backside. Puck's down. Connor comes out with it. Connor got stick check. Sends it back behind the net. Dassel working there, chips it forward. Dylan comes in, sends it back to Dassel. Dassel up the boards to Miller. Miller sends it cross ice to Connor. Connor's going to have the line. He's got his own issue. Big backhander for Trevor. Trevor and Connor working out of the corner. Back to Trevor. Trevor to net front comes high to Dassel. Dassel turns to fire. I don't know what that was. A little flutter butter. Looked like it knuckleball. Miller from back behind the net. Working in the corner, gets mugged. Dassel steps to hold. Dassel has the seam, got taken down from behind. No call. Dylan turn shot fired up and over the net. Wow.
Little extracurricular there, and you heard it from Dale. That I think should have been a goal.
Dale called a good goal.
Puck come off, yeah. Puck came off the backboards. Goalie went to catch it, which is a very athletic play, and then carried that puck as he caught it back into the net. But looks like we're not going to get the call in favor of us here. But
refs are having some kind of conversation.
Tbirds going to go on the power play here with a cross check up there front late, but cross check and a roughing.
Yeah, for guys at this level to be able to catch that as a goal is asking for a whim and a prayer. But for those of you that don't know, if the goalie makes a save and the save is across that line, that is, by all intents and purposes, a goal. They have no access to instant replay here, so we have to rely on the call on the ice. Power play. Landon wins it to Parker. Parker working out of the corner. Parker, Lyndon, Irvin, Dassel, and Connor. Irvin there. Dassel in support. Dassel comes out with it. Has a seat. Get in your legs.
7:50 of the second period. A 2-minute minor for a cross check.
Mission is able to get the puck up and high.
Has been assessed to Chicago.
Landon from back behind the net.
Shea Hendricks.
Landon has Irvin.
Again, goal penalties assessed at 7:50.
Oh, that's a major. Or is that a double minor?
Double minor there, Don.
So Irvin off the half boards. Bumps it up to Parker. Parker back to Landon. Landon was looking for Dassel. Short-handed goal.
Thought he got to the far post there, but he stuck it right under the pillows, Don. 7-0. Chicago, 3-0-1.
Power play still for 3:01. Dylan, Miller, Trevor come on with Blake and Mark. Puck comes back. Blake has it. Blake has zone entry. Then he loses it out of the zone. We have to regroup. Mark back to Blake.
Shorthanded by number 42, Leo Packer. Assist goes to number 86, Evan.
Mark up the outside. Miller has it. Miller looking for space. Miller's going to have zone entry now. Leaves it for Mark up high. Mark has Blake. Blake turns shot, fired, saved, and frozen. Offensive zone face-off.
Couple good opportunities here generated by the Tbirds on this power play. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go.
Trevor's going to step in for this face-off. Dylan has it, punches it on net, rolls up the goalie. We had guys going hard to the net in the event he was unable to freeze it. Refs are having some kind of conversation with the clock operator. Right, looks like we're ready to go now. Trevor in for the face-off. Mission comes out with it, sends it right up the wall, then back behind the net. Dylan working there. Mission comes out with it, is able to clear it up and out and down. We're going to have to regroup 200 feet. Just over 2 minutes here left in the power play. Blake picks it up, sends it over to Mark. Mark cross-ice pass, that's Trevor. Trevor. We got froze at the blue line again. No zone entry with speed. Neutral zone face-off.
A little sloppy there coming through the neutral zone. Need to get that puck deep, as we mentioned earlier.
Like Coach Ryan is rolling lines right now. Kellen, Linden, Garrett, Jackson, and Connor Hilly on the backside. Linden has it, loses an edge. Mission picks it up. Jackson with a good job standing his guy up, allows Connor Hilly to come through, has the back to the net, looking to get the setup. Connor Hilly up the outside to Kellen. Kellen turns out of it. Kellen leaves it for Connor Hilly. Connor Hilly bumps it up. Mission's was able to clear it. Jackson's there. Jackson leaves it for Kellen. Kellen gets around one, sends it across ice looking for Linden. Not in the zone. Connor Hilly has it, sends it over to Kellen. Kellen turns it over to Mission right up the middle. They turn fired on net. We're going to have to regroup all the way back down. Jackson from back behind the net. Jackson had Linden. Couldn't hold it. Kellen picks it back up. Board battles. Again, Mission just sends it right back in. Jackson working off the half boards. Jackson has Linden going up the middle. Jackson joins. Jackson working out a corner backhand shot. Puck blocks and out to the half boards. Mission's able to clear it up and out and down. Jack back on retrieval. 29 seconds left here in the power play. Blake's now on. Jack. Blake sends the puck back behind the net. Blake cross pass to Linden. Linden now has his own entry. Has Kellen. Kellen slides it through to Liam. Liam shot on net. Saved by the goalies. Mission comes through, picks it up with speed. That's going to do it for our power play. We're now even. Good stick block by Jack. Jack reverses it. Liam's there. Can't chip it out. Mission up high. Turn shot fire. Gets deflected down. Hunter with a good save. Out to the corner. Puck again comes up high. Mission working to the outside. Turns, fires it on net with someone in net front. And it's frozen. That'll be a defensive zone face-off.
Good opportunity there right at the end of that power play with looked like Linden shuttled that one across to Liam, and Liam right on the doorstep had a good stick, but Chicago goalie standing strong here.
Daschel and Connor are on with Keaton, Liam, and Sam. Connor comes out with it. Connor got his stick lifted, looking to send it back behind the net. Sammy working hard there. Connor tried to clear it. Sammy is able to clear it. They wave off icing. Keaton's on his horse. Really good job by Keaton winning that race. Liam comes through. Liam looking for the back of the net. Slides it across Connor. Connor turn shot fired, deflected to the opposite corner. Liam working there. Puck's in up high by Keaton to Connor. Connor sends it right back down deep. Keaton picks it up out of the corner, got angled off. Mission sends it right back up the slot, looking for the pass up the middle. They've got it. Mission gets a shot off, misses the net. Mission holds his own, another 2-on-1 here. Good block by Daschel. Puck is still sent to the corner. Sam's there. Again, Snow. That Snow is gathering a little bit on the boards. We got to get into our legs and hard, nose over toes, hard on the sticks. Mission from deep in their zone. Miller, Trevor, Dylan on. Mission to the outside. We've got Jackson and Connor Hilly on the backside. Mission with the over, looking for changes. Good job by Trev, is able to poke it up. Mission blows an edge. Miller was looking for, Trev was looking for Miller, just missed a little behind him. Jackson able to bump the puck up. Dylan holds his own. Dylan turn shot fired, deflected wide. Trev's going to pick it up back there. Trev cycles it back down to Dylan. Dylan working out of the corner. Dylan was looking to send it high.
Delayed penalty again. I didn't see the call.
I think we were going on the power play. Are we still going to?
Cross check on Chicago, and Tbirds going to go back on the power play here.
Let's go, boys. Get in your legs. Get in your legs. Nose over toes. Be hard on the puck. Sorry if you heard that in your ear, but I had to do a little bleacher coaching here. Yeah.
That'll get them going.
Landon, Irvin, Parker, Connor, and Daschel. Landon in for the draw. 2 minutes up on the power play. Puck one back to Irv. Irv sent it over to Connor. Connor couldn't quite hold it. Mission behind us. Slides it in. Make that save by Connor. Landon gets slashed through. Irvin comes with Landon and Daschel. Landon turns shot fired off the post and out. Landon gets it back. He's got Daschel on the opposite side. Daschel turns shot fire, saved and frozen.
Couple great looks there from the T-Birds. Landon just missed that right post there, trying to sneak that over the goalie's glove, and then was able to shuttle it across the ice there, and good ripper there, right? But
looked like the goalie wasn't sure he had that, so he dropped his booty on the ice to make sure it didn't cross the line. Landon back in for the draw.
Minute 37 left here to go in the power play with 2:33 remaining here in the second period. Touchdown and an extra point for Chicago, 7-0.
Extra conversation happened with the Mission coach, not sure why. Mission comes out with it, is able to clear it up and out and down. We got to go. Parker comes in, cycles it back to Daschel. Daschel back over to Connor. Connor from back behind the net, cycles it back to Landon. Landon is looking to come out with speed. Landon has zone exit. We're going to get zone entry here. Landon gets around one. Holding the guy off on the backside. Landon was looking for Connor. Mission with a good stick. Daschel from back behind the net. Daschel coming up the middle of the ice. Daschel has around one. Daschel has zone entry. Daschel had Parker. Parker to the opposite side. Connor off the hash, turns and dumps it in deep. Mission turns and wires it up and out, and we have nobody back. It's not icing. You got to go out and play that. "22 seconds here in the power play. Board battles. Irvin has it. Irvin has zone entry, gets stood up by two guys. We're changing. Again, Mission has someone behind us. Good job by Landon with a good stick. Dylan has it. Dylan has zone entry, leaves it for Blake. Blake gets bodied off. Mission tried to clear it. Good job by Miller. We have a 2-on-1. Miller shot fires up and over the net. Dylan picks it up off the hash. Mark steps to short it, slides it through. Dylan's going to go get that, pokes it back behind the net. Miller's trying to get there. Miller cycles it back down to Dylan, but Mission has it high and out. Mark has it, turns, fires it in deep. Puck sent up and out by Mission. Stick by Blake up and out of play. That's going to be a neutral zone face-off. 12.7 seconds here left in the second period.
Kill this clock off here for the last 12 seconds, Don. Get back into the locker room and hit a little bit of a reset button here going into the third period, down 7-0.
Miller in for the draw. Puck sent up the ice, up the outside. Trevor and Dylan in pursuit. That's going to do it. Well, there's going to be a power play when we come back to the ice, as they just cleaned Dylan to the ice.
After 2 periods of play, your score: Chicago Mission 7, Colorado Tbirds 0.
Little extracurricular there at the end, but as I said, let's hit the reset button here a little bit, Don, going to the third. But Tbirds, I would argue, say in this game playing it strong, but should be about 2-0, 3-0. Chicago goalie's done a great job keeping us out of the net, but keep competing, come out here in the third period, play it like it's a 0-0 ball game.
Yeah, and I don't agree or disagree with you on what the score should be. You know, we miss a post, we miss a couple of opportunities, finding the back of the net. End of the day, we got to stop giving up odd man rushes. And by the way, when we come back, we're going to have a double minor. It looks like there's 4 minutes up on the clock. Stay tuned. We'll be back with you here in a moment. Well, here we're getting ready to come back for the beginning of the third period. 4 minutes will go up on the clock. We will have a double minor against Mission. Again, we're looking for any and all positivity right here. That's all we can do. We got to treat it like a 0-0 game and come out fast and furious and make some good things happen. We still have not seen oh wow.
Gonna have a change in net here, Don, as looks like 31 is gonna come out of the game here. Probably a good thing, as you could tell today, little off here, but I don't know this young man's name, but between the pipes.
So coming to the start of the third period, to start this power play, we're going to have Miller, Trevor, Dylan, Bart, and Blake. Officials are ready, players are ready. Clock is down. Puck gets poked to the half boards. Mission has it. They're going to just be looking to try and kill some time. Finally have it up and send it down. We're going to regroup all the way back down behind our net. Blake picks it up. Looking to generate speed. Blake has Miller coming up the middle. Miller left it for Trevor. Trevor chips it in. Miller has it. Miller slides it up to Blake. Blake over to Mark. Mark shot gets stick blocked to the corner. Dylan out of the corner has a seam. Slid through one. Leaves it for Blake. Blake right back down to Miller. Miller working off the hash, has Blake down behind the net, looking for a give and go. Blake got stick check. Miller picks it up out of the corner, sends it right back to Blake. Blake cycles it backside, turn over to Mission, turns and fires it up and out and down. Mark racing back to win that race, does. Mark cross-ice pass to Trevor. Trevor bumps it up to Dylan. Dylan back to Irvin. Irvin has a seam. Irvin left it for Blake. Turn shot, fire, and boom. And there you go.
Love to see that coming out of the break. Obviously on the power play there, John, but great energy coming through the break. 2:40. We're going to reset on that. We'll have another 2 minutes right on that. But goal there by Tbirds, and looks like we're in a run clock situation here.
Well, I don't know what the goal differential there is. 6-6. Landon, Irvin, Parker, Dash O'Connor on the backside. Puck's one forward. Mission's going to pick that up. Goal has not yet been scored. Puck sent back behind the net. Landon picks it up back behind the net. Landon got stick checked right in front. Mission gets a shot on net, and goalie makes the save. Connor up to Dassel. Dassel got stick checked.
Scored on the power play line.
Landon's back behind the net. That's Parker.
Time of the goal.
Parker has Irvin. Irvin has zone entry. Irvin turn shot, fire, belly shot is saved and frozen. That'll be an offensive zone face-off. Now that we've got zone, let's get this up, get it set up, sling the thing.
Little bit of life back into the Tbirds here. A couple good shifts so far coming off of that goal.
Puck's down. Parker comes through, shot, blocked, sticks with it. Parker got stick checked back. Puck sent up the middle. Connor has it. Connor has a seam. Turn shot, fired, saved, and frozen with Parker going to the net. That'll be another offensive zone face-off.
With the run clock, Tbirds 35 seconds left to here.
They, in a run clock situation, they should not also be running the penalty. Puck's out. Irvin has a turn shot, fire, punch saved out to the corner. Connor's going to step to hold. Connor from back behind the net sends it to Parker. Parker turning out of the corner, sends it back behind the net. Mission bumps it up. Connor steps to hold. Connor off the half board, leaves it for Landon. Landon had Irvin. Irvin couldn't hold his own. Puck came out. They're not letting the Mission guy out until the puck dropped, but again, got a little grace and latitude there as the penalty was running with the run clock. So they're saying, watch the guy out of the box. Sammy, Keaton, Liam. Sam in for the draw. Puck one back. Connor has it. Turns, dumps it in deep. Mission tried to send it up. Connor steps to hold. Connor got angled off behind the net. Mission picks it up. They send it up and out. Cashel steps and holds his own. We're looking for that wide zone, and so we got to send it in with speed. Let our guys fly into the zone with speed, and we're just taking wider angles. It's causing too many offsides, especially with the run clock.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those today down. As you said, just get downhill, get in the zone, and then let's go to work.
Jackson Mark on the backside. Come on, dude. Drop the puck! Puck down. Mission back from back in the corner. Up the outside in the hash. Right up the middle, miss it. They wave off icing. Roll Jackson could have played it. Jackson gets there anyway, reverses the side of the ice. Liam has it, tried to bump it forward. Mission able to hold his own currently, sends it back down in. Mark has it. Mark has Keaton on the opposite side. Keaton has zone entry. Turn shot fire. Punch save to the corner. Keaton and Mark there. Jackson steps, backhands it through. Mission picks it back up. They've got zone exit. Now they're going to have zone entry. Keaton has it. Keaton has speed. Keaton cuts through one, turn, shot, stick block to the corner. Keaton sends it back behind the net. Mission again up the outside. Jack and Blake on the backside. Mission right up the middle. Blake does a good job recovering. Blake has the outside. He also has speed and Linden going with him. Blake has zone entry. Blake turn shot, fire, misses the net. Garrett covering high. Turn shot, blocked by Mission. Mission sends it up and out. They're looking for changes. Kellen, Garrett, Linden. Kellen comes through, picks it up with speed. Kellen got the back of the net, had to come off the stick. Mission recovers. Turn shot fired off the post and out. Linden has it. Linden was trying to bump it to Garrett. Turned it over to Mission. Mission turns, goes right back in his own. Kellen with a good angle. Mission off, working off the boards. Good stick by Jack. Garrett comes through, got stick lifted. Jack and Kellen on the boards. Kellen turns out of it. Kellen bumps it up and out. No icing. Shouldn't have been. Mission could have played that. Mission from back behind the net. We have Connor, Hilly, and Jackson on the backside. Mission up the half boards. Lose it in skates. Garrett levels his guy. Mission sends it up and out. Connor Hilly has it. Connor over to Kellen. Kellen ships it in, looking for changes. Trevor now on. Mission up the outside with speed. Has zone entry. Good job by Jackson with an angle. Trevor back defending out of the corner. Trevor up the half boards. at Linden. Linden bumps it to Miller. Miller right back to Linden. Linden, come on, finish, kid. Yeah, there's one by Bernsey. Again, really good patience there, using his big body and his long reach.
Great job by 91 there, tucking that one in. Love to see him get on the score sheet. Tbirds coming out here. Proud of him coming out here competing. Was down 7-0 coming to this, 17 now. Got a little burst of energy from him, which is great to see, and love to see the boys compete. But back in this one, Dom.
We should convert into a stop clock now. Oh no. Blake is coming off the ice holding his arm.
Grabbing his wrist there, and hate to see that, as he had an absolute phenomenal shift just before that.
Dash O'Connor on the backside. Miller, Trevor, Dillon on up front. Let's keep this train rolling. Miller in for the face-off. Pucks one back. Daschel has it. Pokes it through. Mission recovers. Grabs a cross pass.
Scored by number 91.
Trying to slide it up the middle. Connor has it right up to Trev. Trev's going to have his own entry. Trev turns, trying to fire it on net. It's blocked. Dillon working there. Puck comes to the middle. Good job by Miller. Miller shuts that down, slices it through to Trev. Trev turn, shot, fire. Up juicy up in front. Dillon recovers. Puck sent down into the corner. Miller trying to cycle it for Dillon. Mission has it. Trevor's battling there. Puck comes up high. Daschel out of the zone. Daschel over to Connor. Connor has the line. Connor turns, fires it in. Goalie comes out to play it. Mission up the middle. Good job getting back. Landon with a reverse hit. We're looking to set something up. Landon has space. He's got Irvin going with him. Landon got stick check. Irvin's going to get that out of the corner. Chips it back behind. Landon's there. Clark now on. Landon tried to backhand it to the net. Irvin's there. Looks like we might get another power play.
Yeah. Tbirds going to go back on the power play here with what I saw was a hook as Irvin was coming around there to the face-off circle, but love to see us get one here, make this 7-3, get back into it, Don.
Landon, Parker, Irvin, Daschel, Connor. God send it all good things Blake's way. We do not need him hurt. Landon in for the face-off. 2 minutes up on the clock. Irvin has it. Irvin turns, shot fired, got blocked. Mission able to clear it up and out.
Minor penalty has been assessed.
Goalie plays it back behind the net. Daschel picks it up and sends it over to Connor. Connor sends it to Landon. Landon out from back behind the net, has Daschel on the outside. Daschel over to Parker, has zone entry. Lost it off his stick though. Mission's able to chip it out, and we got assisted by the official there. Landon has Daschel. Daschel was looking to slide it through to Parker. Mission with a good stick is able to clear it up and out. Connor from back behind the net. Connor leaves it for Landon. Landon has Daschel on the outside. Daschel has zone entry. Sends it in deep. Mission's able to clear it up, but not out. Daschel pokes it in, has Miller. Miller sending it to net front. Goes to the opposite corner. Landon able to hold the zone. Landon slides it to Daschel. Daschel looking for time and space. Daschel working back behind the net. Daschel has Linden. Linden in front. Oh, Linden had a point blank shot. I'm not sure how he missed that. Good cycle there, though. Daschel down to Landon on the scene. Landon cross ice to Miller. Miller looking for time and space. Miller has it high to Connor. Connor right back to Miller. Miller turns out of it. Miller over to Connor. Connor has the lane to Daschel. Daschel had Landon. Mission with a good stick. Daschel just goes right through his guy.
Great hit there by Daschel.
Landon has the puck, got stick check. Mission turns it over, sends it right back in. Mission wants a call. That was clean. Oh, Connor loses it off his stick. Mission gets it right back. Dylan working out of the corner. Puck sent to the opposite side. Minden working there with Trevor and Dylan. Mark now on the backside. Puck comes right up the middle of Mission. Mission turns, fires this block to the corner by Minden. Mark turns it over on the hash. Mission out of the corner. Good stick by Connor. Mission sends it right back down there deep, loses it in a skate. Minden comes through, bumps it up to Dylan. Dylan bumps it forward. Trevor with speed. Trevor got angled off. Mission tries to clear it. Liam holds it initially. Puck in skates. Liam skates it to Trevor. Trevor slides through. Trevor working out of the corner. Trevor gets around one, turns out of it, using the back of the net, does. Trevor slides it up to Jackson. Jackson turn shot fired, gets blocked off the skate, sent by Mission up and out and down. That'll be an icing, setting up an offensive zone faceoff. A good little tilt here, but we let a sliver of hope back in Mission's sails.
Definitely. After that big hit by Dashley, you can see the intensity on both sides starting to pick up. He's got the juice back into this game. 4:32 remaining to go here in the third. Tbirds down 7-2.
Jackson and Connor Hilly on the backside. Sam, Liam, and Keaton on up front. Mission wins it. They have the quick over. Look for that cross. There it is. Miss it. Jackson with a good angle defending back. Mission from back behind the net. Really good job by goalie just to keep that short side sealed. Connor up the outside looking for Liam. Puck's out of the zone. Mission tried to send it across. Keaton's there. Keaton gets a puck deep, and Liam's working out of the corner. Keaton and Liam battling down here in the corner. Jackson working to hold the zone. Jackson and Liam. Refs are saying move the puck. Jackson had it, turned and tried to slide it through. Mission picks it up in the goal hash. Mission now has zone exit. Sam is backed up in cover D. Good stick by Connor Hilly. Good hit by Liam. Puck was right there. Connor from back behind the net. Up to Jackson on the opposite side. Jackson bumps it up and there's a penalty on Mission.
Didn't see the call there, but obviously Chicago coach not happy with the player there talking back and told him to get his ass in the box. But Tbirds going to go back here on the power play, Don, with 3:29 left to go in the third.
Oh, and interesting here on this power play unit, we've got 4 forwards and a D. We've got Miller, Linden, Dylan, Trevor, and Mark, and why not? Let's put the big fella in front of the net. Go get him another goal. Trevor works it down to the hash. Miller's working for the center. Miller cycles it back down to Trevor. Trevor's looking to take it back in the net.
Having a penalty 13 and 31.
Mark has it, blocks the blue line. Mark turns, shot fired, just almost leaked in through the goalie, but out to the corner. Miller picks it up there. Miller slides it over to Trev. Trev didn't get all of that. Mission's able to clear it up and out and down. Mark back on retrieval. Mark blows an edge and Miller has it. Miller tried to slide it through. Miller's looking to come up with speed. Miller off the half boards looking for Mark coming through speed. Mark has zone entry. Mark turns out on the hash. Mission working back behind the net. Miller doing a good job there. Dylan has it. Dylan cycles it back down to Miller. Miller just had it roll off a stick. And Mission has it. Again, they're looking to stretch. They actually get zone exit. Chicago's going crazy, feeling like they should have slashes and all kinds of stuff. Puck is cleared up and out. Landon picks it up. Landon slides it through to Parker. Parker slides it through, has it. Has Irvin on the outside. Dylan now coming off. Daschel and Connor on the backside. Connor chips it up, and that's out of play in the zone. That'll be an offensive zone faceoff. We have 12 seconds exactly to go make something happen. Minute 40 here left in this contest.
Good pressure here by the Tbirds in this third period. I argue they've dominated this third period here against Chicago Mission.
Laying it in for the draw. Going back, Irvin has it. Irvin has Connor. Connor had it roll off the stick. Connor turned it over, comes out of the zone. Landon's being forced to regroup. We are now even. Landon from back behind the net, over to Connor. Connor is looking for space. Connor was looking for Dazzle, turned it over on the blue line, but sticks with it, comes through it. Connor's going to have zone entry. Mission has it. They've got an odd man going the other way. Turn shot fired, blocked off Dazzle to the far corner. Mission picks it up. Working back behind the net. Dazzle comes in to support. Connor picks it up off the hash. Connor slides it through a Parker off the skate and in. Mission has it up the outside. They have zone exit. Now they're going to have zone entry. Jackson sends it up to Irvin. Irvin's got Liam going through him. Turn shot, fire saved and frozen. That'll be an offensive zone face-off. Puck one back, Jackson. Shot, fired, block. Sam gets it. Shot blocked. Mission clears it up the outside. Jackson holds his own. Jackson turns, got a stick deflected to the opposite hash. Connor Hilly stepped to try and hold. Does, bucks in skates. Liam's battling there. Mission is able to clear it out of the zone. You miss it. Keek picks it up. Close the edge. That's going to do it for the contest. I know there's a lot about that game that Thunderbirds would like to have back. If we can come out with something in mind is we won the third period.
I would agree, Don. Look at the scoreboard. You see 7-2 there, and I don't think the scoreboard reflects what that game was. Tbirds came out, competed the whole time. Obviously, 31 between the pipes didn't have his best game there, and gave him a few on that side of things. But should have been maybe a 1-2 goal game there. But Tbirds end up out shooting Chicago Mission 25-1, but lose 7-2.
Well, thanks to those of you near and far for tuning in to Thunderbird Hockey. For now, it's Don Haramy with my partner,
Nate Christensen.
Tune it over.